In the current story of Dragon Ball Super, events are making huge headway towards a certain cataclysmic, series-defining event. An ultimate moment where Goku slowly reaches closer and closer to the level of the angels with his Ultra Instinct, while Vegeta finds his own path under the tutelage of Beerus himself. A path laced with destruction that would lead ultimately to only one end scenario. Hakaishin Vegeta, a Vegeta who has mastered the power of Hakai, and in today's shocking manga, we will finally see Goku's reaction when come face to face with him. But before we begin, support this video and channel by leaving a like right now as you're reading this and watching this video till the very end for its insane conclusion. Enjoy. So our story begins at a familiar locale, on the surface of Beerus' planet, where we see Vegeta meditating in total serenity after training under the watchful eye of Beerus the Destroyer for months now. Beerus, who is overseeing nearby, is laying down as usual before letting off a huge yawn, signifying he is finally beginning to wake up. As he looks on at his pupil Vegeta through the side of his eye, Beerus comments with a proud smile, this Saiyan. What an interesting surprise he turned out to be. I know I was the one to suggest his path down the route of destruction, but even I am thoroughly intrigued now by just how far he's come in so little time. According to Belmod, Toppo took years to even begin to handle destruction energy. The Prince of Saiyans may turn out to be an even greater genius than Goku after all. But I think it may be time to test this. Suddenly, at the tip of Beerus' finger, a ball of Hakai energy forms as Beerus whispers, this much energy could destroy a few planets, but this looks far too small. Perhaps I should go a little bigger for Vegeta. Before then raising his arm and powering up the ball of Hakai into a massive sphere, bigger than any spirit bomb and now completely dwarfing Beerus in size. As Beerus then slowly elevates into the air, still wielding the deadly giant ball of destruction, he comments, now, this shall do. This will be a fine test for one who has truly mastered Hakai. Get ready, Vegeta! The time to show me what you've got has come. Stop this or be destroyed! And immediately, without warning, tosses the powerful object directly down. Instantly sensing the sudden change in atmosphere, Vegeta opens one eye before truly realizing what's happening. What? What the hell is that? But Beerus? With little time to think, as the ball of Hakai hurls towards him, Vegeta is left in complete shock with not even enough time to transform. For he immediately outstretches his arms in reaction and makes direct contact with the ball of Hakai. It burns! Beerus, you snake! What do you think you're doing? Immediately, however, to keep up with Beerus' unexpected attack, Vegeta transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue, while still struggling to push. Meanwhile, Beerus looks on from afar with a smile, snickering. Is that really all you've got? Maybe I was wrong about you, Vegeta. Even Goku could survive this without any training in Hakai. Give up! It appears just like always, you will always be destined to be second-rate to him. King Vegeta would be rolling in his grave. Hakai! All the while, Vegeta just continues to struggle for his life, while hearing everything Beerus continues to say, responding in pain. Why you? I'll make you regret those words, you damn cat! You dare call me a mere cat? I would say I would destroy you for that, but it looks like that's about to happen anyway. How pathetic. Goodbye and good riddance, Saiyan. Hakai! Wait! Stop! Suddenly, just as Beerus yells, the intensity and power of the ball of energy increases even further, as if ready now to turn Vegeta to dust. This is too much, Beerus! And Vegeta, now in a state of fight or flight, digs deep and finally gives in to the ball of Hakai, knowing he can't push it back. Instead, trying to defend himself from the inside, powering up as hard as he can in an attempt to blow it up. But unfortunately, from the outside, no change happens, and Vegeta remains trapped in the ball of Hakai that refuses to budge an inch, slowly but surely turning the prince into dust. You Saiyans think you can get out of everything by just yelling like monkeys, don't you? Not this time! I guess this brings your training finally to an end. Goodbye, Vegeta. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the planet of Beerus, Whis and Goku are continuing their training also, in order to master Goku's Ultra Instinct. We see a mastered Ultra Instinct Goku attempting to elbow Whis, but is easily blocked, with Whis remarking, "Yes, Goku-san, just like that. You are improving at a staggering rate. Ever since your training with Beerus, it seems your understanding and grasp over Ultra Instinct has increased dramatically. Who knew my little brother would be the key to your progress?" Goku, hearing this praise from his master, smiles back and replies, "Haha, yeah, Beerus was a great teacher. Maybe even better than you. I learned a lot with him. He even told me how I could finally land an attack on an angel." Huh? He told you what? Instantly shocking Whis with his revelation, before his face then returns back to normal, smirking as he says, "Well then, let's see you try just that, Goku-san. Give it your best shot." And just as soon as Whis finishes his sentence, Goku wastes no time and immediately vanishes, but with no hand signal, leaving Whis confused as he suddenly realizes what he just saw. Wait a minute, that wasn't just super speed, his presence has completely disappeared. Was that instant transmission? But how? Whis then continues to look around in all directions, but still can't find Goku, saying, "He could come from any direction at this point. He must have instant transmission far away. There's no way to detect him. When and where will he come back?" Before suddenly Goku then appears right behind an alarmed Whis, instantly then transitioning into an attack at a speed he could only achieve during Goku's mastered Ultra Instinct form. Whis in reaction, realizing with Goku's unexpected appearance in his blind spot and quick assault in his fastest and strongest form that he actually may finally be hit, reacts, "Huh? He's too close and too fast in his current state. I may not be able to dodge in time at this rate. I'm going to actually have to use that power." But unexpectedly, a loud but muffled impact is heard. Whis meanwhile has his eyes closed, having seemingly accepted his fate for the hit, but then realizes that he has felt no impact, opening his eyes in shock as he sees what's actually happened. Huh? What? What are you doing here? What the? And Goku too is equally perplexed at who's just arrived to save Whis, with Whis himself just pleased he didn't have to deal with Goku's attack, saying, "Phew, that was a close one. I guess I should thank you, Vegeta-san." And standing there topless after being ravaged by Beerus' Hakai is Vegeta, effortlessly stopping Goku's punch after instant transmissioning in, to the surprise of both Whis and Goku. You call that a punch, Kakarot? Good to know your training with Whis garnered 0 results. Pathetic. Goku, meanwhile, seeing Vegeta ruin his one surprise attack on Whis, responds angrily, "Vegeta! What are you doing? I was so close to finally beating Whis. I was about to use Miras's technique." And Whis, hearing this, looks back thinking, "Miras's technique? Just what did my little brother teach this mortal? Oh well, looks like these two have something to talk about anyway. I'll leave them to it." Before flying off, escaping the scene. Goku, still frustrated, then removes his fist from Vegeta's hand and continues, "Weren't you supposed to be training with Beerus? Don't tell me you've come back on your word and want to learn Ultra Instinct now. You could have at least waited until I was done fighting Whis, you know? You're so impatient sometimes." Vegeta, however, immediately angered Goku would even suggest such an idea, responds, "Don't be absurd, Kakarot. I wouldn't dare prance around with that silly white hair like an old man. I came here to stop this circus show of a fight. We both know you have no hope in hell ever being competition to that damn angel. How about you test yourself properly and fight someone your own size? Someone, maybe, who isn't stopped by the laws of angels from laying a finger on you." Before awkwardly, Goku then becomes confused by what he means, considering the large height difference between the two Saiyans. Someone my own size? Now, who would that be? Do you mean Beerus? Shut up, Kakarot! No, I don't mean Beerus. I meant me. I said that figuratively, not literally, you imbecile. Goku, in response, just puts his hand behind his head and says, "Oh, sorry. I should have guessed you meant yourself. It's been a while since you last wanted to fight though. What should we do? Should I power down and fight in blue? Or Kaioken blue? I think that'll be a good match for your new evolution blue form. I don't think using Ultra Instinct would be too fair or very fun for me." Vegeta, meanwhile, hearing this, bites his tongue, closing his eyes with a smirk and says, "Not fair, you say, huh? By my name as a Saiyan Prince, today will be the last day you underestimate me, Kakarot. By all means, stay in that ridiculous form suited for the angels, and I'll show you in return power that is fit for a god!" And immediately, in a ferocious rage, Vegeta's power skyrockets as a strange purple aura begins surrounding him. The power release is so large that both Goku and Whis then cover themselves from the onslaught of debris and smoke that comes towards them, but both remain shocked, with Goku commenting, Vegeta? What is this power? There's no way you've improved this much." And Whis also remarks, "So, this is the result of Lord Beerus's training. The power of a Hakaishin. I don't know if this was such a good idea, my lord." The power of a Hakaishin? That's what this is! Whis, who is now moved off even further away, begins to become increasingly aware of just how much power is exuding from Vegeta and continues in awe. "The amount of Hakai energy being released here is far too much. I don't think even Vegeta-san can handle this. This could be bad, real bad." While Goku stands head-on with the immense energy and power right in front of him, radiating all from just a screaming Vegeta. Each and every limb of Vegeta's then begins to bulk up and pop with veins as the prince pushes his mortal body to the ultimate limit, and with a crazed look in his eyes, he yells, "Behold, Kakarot, my final form!" Before Vegeta's transformation seemingly comes near to its end, as he stands now with flowing purple hair, a darker skin tone, and illuminated symbols across his forehead and body. Vegeta has finally become a Hakaishin. But just as fast as before his transformation was over, Vegeta's entire body suddenly becomes a massive ball of energy, even bigger and more ferocious than before. Both Whis and Goku jump back even further, with Goku commenting, "What's going on now? Is he transforming again? Something doesn't seem right." And Whis adds on, "Oh no, Goku-san, it seems my worst fears were right. Vegeta-san's body cannot yet handle the power of destruction. He transformed way too early into his training, and the Hakai energy is seeping out. At this rate, Vegeta and this entire planet will be erased if he cannot bring himself under control." But just as the two think of what options they have, the ball of energy explodes in dramatic fashion, leaving both Goku and Whis shell-shocked. "Huh? Wait! Vegeta, no!" "Oh no, I was too late. But at least that explosion was far smaller than I thought it would be. The planet is safe. For now." Goku, meanwhile, is still concerned, however, over Vegeta's well-being, thinking back to the past, noting, "Wait a minute, isn't this what happened against Boo? Did he blow himself up again? No! Why, Vegeta?" Eventually, the dust begins to settle, and both Goku and Whis look on intensely to see if Vegeta is still there alive or died in the explosion as they feared. At first, there is a total silence, before suddenly, something shoots out at super speed right from within the dust clouds and past Goku, cutting the blindsided Goku in the process. Huh? And behind the bleeding Goku stands a menacing Hakaishin Vegeta, who has survived. And with a dastardly smirk on his face, Vegeta comments, "Looking for me, Kakarot? How sweet of you to have worried about me. But you should know by now, I'm not that easy to take down." Huh? Immediately, Goku turns around to the sound of Vegeta's voice, but he instantly disappears, prompting Goku to react, "What the? Where did he go? He's fast, really fast. Was that really Vegeta? What's going on?" Suddenly, Goku feels himself get grabbed from below, and on his foot, we see a familiar glove, as Vegeta reveals himself, grabbing and instantly pulling down Goku on full force, sending him flying to the ground. On impact though, a massive explosion like no other is seen, far greater than what would have been normally expected. Goku, now in a crater and unreasonably damaged, looks up in shock as he comments, "Vegeta, how did that do so much damage? Why does it feel like you just hit me with a Gallic gun?" And standing menacingly from above, Hakaishin Vegeta then begins to explain with his arms folded, "All beat up from just that. Looks like it should be me going down to a lower form for you, Kakarot. Will Blue do? I infused that attack with Hakai, the power of destruction. Every attack of mine can now be combined with the power of the destroyers, and as a result, everything I do is multitudes greater. To tell you the truth, I was barely trying then." Goku, who has now recovered somewhat and understood Vegeta's explanation, then stands up himself and smiles. "Haha, typical of you, Vegeta. You just can't rest until you surpass me. All you do is constantly improve and surprise everyone. This power is amazing. I don't think even Toppo came close to this. But I wouldn't say you've beaten me just yet. And with his damaged clothes getting in the way, the mastered Ultra Instinct Goku then proceeds to rip away the rest of his gi, leaving him too topless as he says, "That was a good hit, but now it's my turn." Before then getting into his signature fighting stance and continuing, "You may have gotten lucky catching me from my blind spot, but with my Ultra Instinct, as long as I move without thinking, you can't hit me. There's no way you can take me head on. And since I don't see you discarding your pride to beat me by hiding, I think I win this one, pal. Nice transformation though. You always did look good in pink. Hurry up and let me win so I can get back to training with Whis." Vegeta, meanwhile looking on with a cocky smile, replies, "So, you think you've already won, have you? And that I couldn't possibly hit you, right, Kakarot? Well, how about you tell me then, just what that is on your leg?" "Huh? On my leg? What do you mean?" Goku is suddenly taken off guard by Vegeta's unexpected response, but then soon regains composure and replies, "What was that supposed to be? Some kind of lame trick to make me look away? I told you already, that blind spot was a one-time deal. Now that I've seen your speed once, I'll just react accordingly. It's over. You won't land another hit on me." Huh? But soon, Goku's quietly confident smile turns into a look of confusion and shock as he senses the burning warmth of energy near his foot. What the hell is that? Goku yells in fear as he realizes a ball of Hakai is attached directly to his foot, in the same place where Vegeta grabbed him earlier, before looking at the now demonically laughing Vegeta, who yells, "There's more than one way to stop a coward from running and dodging the whole fight. How small-minded of you to underestimate the power of Hakai." Realizing what Vegeta is planning to do and how dangerous the situation is, Goku then screams, "Vegeta! No! Stop!" But as he yells in vain, Hakaishin Vegeta just coldly raises his hand, just like Thanos, and prepares to... And with a snap of his fingers, Vegeta instantly blows the balls of Hakai attached to Goku's legs to devastating results. With Goku screaming blood-curdlingly as a result. And also leaving the Angel Whis shell-shocked at the brutality he just witnessed, muttering, "Vegeta? How? Why? Goku-san, are you okay? I shall heal you at once." But as he tries to fly over to Goku, he feels the sudden hand of someone stopping him. Lord Beerus has arrived at the scene, keen to stop any intervention from Whis, with him then saying, "Leave them be, Whis. It is not in the interest of angels to interfere with mortal affairs. You know that. This is how the Saiyans were always meant to fight. Ruthless and destructive. I told you that Vegeta would show your angel techniques up. All he's doing right now is displaying how the next god of destruction should be." Whis turns briefly eager to still help, however, and pleads, But Lord Beerus, this is too much. He's desecrating the sacred lands with his destruction. He's going too far. I must stop this." But with a now disgruntled and angered look, Beerus shouts, "Silence, Angel! This is a command, not a request. Disobey, and you know what the Grand Priest will do to you. Know your place, Whis, and stand still. And with the threat of complete erasure looming, Whis stays put and looks on with a disappointed face, muttering, "As you wish, Lord Beerus." Meanwhile, after Vegeta detonates his Hakai, Goku falls to the ground in agony, missing almost the entirety of his leg, with blood continuing to pour out. Goku moans in sheer pain. Vegeta! Vegeta, knowing he has now permanently disabled Goku, then casually flies back down and notices a speck of blood has splashed onto his smirking face. Like a deranged animal, he then licks it off before proclaiming, "Even your blood tastes low class, Kakarot. Disgusting." Slowly but surely, the Hakaishin Vegeta then walks over to the fallen Goku without a care in the world, before ultimately stamping down on the other functioning leg of Goku's, attempting to break it at the bone, leading to an even greater scream from the already severely damaged Goku. And as a final move, the cold and heartless Hakaishin Vegeta then outstretches his arm and powers up a ball of Hakai, one concentrated enough to leave Goku as nothing more than dust. With a demonic smile he says, "Oh, Kakarot, if only you could see how pathetic you look right now. All that training with multiple angels, and in the end, you're just as careless as you've ever been. For once, you will learn what it's like to taste defeat, and it will be by my hand no less. I'll see you when I have the Dragon Balls ready. Goodbye." But Goku, with an inch of his life remaining, mutters in his final breaths, "Vegeta, what is this? What is this about? Are you trying to kill me? I thought you'd changed after all this time. What happened, Vegeta?" And Vegeta, still with an evil-looking smile, responds, "Destruction happened, Kakarot. The power of the Hakai unlocked back in me my true identity, who I was meant to be since the day I was born. The true Saiyan side of me. Just as the power of angels resonated with you and your pitifully kind heart, the pure destructive force previously only enjoyed by Beerus found a new perfect home within myself. And of course, it would have, since even before attaining this power, I was always destined for this role, blowing up countless planets, destroying countless weaklings. I did the role of Beerus for him as he slept for as long as I could remember, until I met you. This power is who I am now, and who I was before you and those earthlings tainted me. In battle, only the strong survive, and to win, you do whatever it takes and at all costs. Even when Babidi was controlling me, I had a brief feeling of returning back to that, beating the careless you for the first time and the only time back then, through methods only the heartless would carry out. And since that moment where I lost Babidi's influence, I went back to my normal self on that painfully weak planet, where just like that, I once again became a second-rate warrior, watching on as you saved my life and my family's life, time and time again, as if I was a helpless child. Beating Jiren with your Ultra Instinct, and then even that wizard Moro. A being I purposely traveled to Yardrat for, trained myself non-stop for, learning skills that not even you knew of, only for it all to be useless, and only for me to once again watch you decimate him with your silly white hair, a form that I knew I could never attain. But today, finally, I have surpassed you, and you will no longer be my savior. You will die today by my hand, helplessly by my power, and from this moment on, will never again underestimate me. For once, it will be you who must desperately find a way to surpass me. And don't worry, I'm sure one of those weaklings on Earth will wish you back eventually. So we'll meet again soon for the rematch. Goku, after hearing this, who is dazing in and out of consciousness at this point, then looks up and realizes despite the monologue, Vegeta has not powered down his Hakai ball and instead is concentrating it even more. With his last bit of energy, he pleads one last time, "Wait, Vegeta! Stop this now! It's not too late!" But alas, it is too late, and Vegeta yells, "Hakai!" Instantly blasting the fallen Goku, who visibly begins disintegrating before our very eyes. In his final moments, all Goku can see is Vegeta's cold face as he watches him erase him from the living world, muttering finally, "Vegeta." Suddenly, in the background, Beerus, who's been sitting patiently and watching with Whis, then finally says, "Do it, Whis." And just like that, Whis then taps the floor and the entire environment begins to warp. Time itself begins to rewind back as far as it can towards a specific point, unknowingly of course to both Vegeta and Goku. Until finally we rewind all the way back to the point Goku was just about to land his attack on Whis. As usual, Vegeta instantly arrives ready to grab Goku's hand and begin everything once more, but this time Whis moves at full speed and intervenes between them. And to comedic effect, as he gets absolutely whacked for the first time by Goku, which not only surprises Vegeta, but Goku too, with him commenting, well that was easier than I thought. Wait, Vegeta, why are you here? Leaving Whis awkwardly looking on with a huge lump on his cheek, muttering finally with a small lisp, "The things I do for these Saiyans." But that was it for today's video, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag Hakaishin Vegeta in the comments down below, and let me know if you want me to do another Dragon Ball Super special, and any ideas you have for it. But as you know, this manga and all the stories on my channel are produced entirely by me, and if you want to support my work, you can do so on my Patreon for just $3 and receive instantly a collection of 250 plus other mangas to read through at your leisure. But if you want to see more of my signature style of content, just make sure to click on one of these two videos on the right now. Until next video guys, cheers.